Earbuds with ANC are usually pretty expensive, but the TicPods ANC offer active noise cancelling at under 100 euros, which is pretty remarkable. I tested these for about the past month, while running, on the train, in the car, and for everything from music to video. So, are these any good? And most importantly, is the noise cancelling good enough? While one of the big advantages of the TicPods 2 was that the size of the case was decreased dramatically from the first generation, the TicPods ANC are a lot larger again. That goes both for the case and the headphones themselves, but fitting them into your pants pocket still isn't really a problem. Without the lid, the case would be about the same size as an AirPods case for reference. On the bottom is a USB-C port for charging, and unlike the TicPods 2, you can actually charge them with any USB-C cable, including Type-C to Type-C, which is annoyingly not possible on the TicPods 2. Battery life is very solid at about 4 to 5 hours for the headphones and 20 hours with the case. They don't have wireless charging, unfortunately. The case is very solidly built and also passes the test of opening and closing it with one finger with a very satisfying snap. When opening up the case, you can also notice that the headphones are stored much more conventionally. With the regular TicPods, figuring out which earbud goes where can be a bit confusing. Like the first generation TicPods, the TicPods ANC come with rubber ear tips, which is something I really like, as it makes the fit in the ear much more comfortable and more secure. They fit my ears absolutely perfectly and don't even hurt after a few hours. But of course, fit is very subjective. If you like headphones with rubber tips and have them fit comfortably, then these will feel good. But if you prefer AirPod-style hard plastic headphones, which for me are pretty uncomfortable and tend to fall out, then these are not for you. What is also new is that they come with an IPX5 rating for water and sweat resistance. What is a bit puzzling to me is that they removed the smart touch controls of the regular TicPods despite the stems being just as long. In my opinion, reducing the length of the stems would have been nice if they don't serve any functional purpose anyway. That would have also made the case much smaller. Now you only have two small touch points on the sides that you can double tap to play pause or take a call, and triple tap to skip tracks. The sliding volume controls are completely gone, which is a bummer. They also don't have in-ear detection for automatically pausing music when you take them out. What is important though is what happens when holding down your finger on the touch points, because that activates active noise cancellation. And right away, the active noise cancelling on these is not as good as on full-size over-ear headphones. But it's really good, especially for the price you pay. There's a pretty prominent background hiss, but since you're probably going to use these to block out outside noise, that becomes pretty much not noticeable unless you're in a quiet room, and you won't be using ANC in a quiet room. And the noise cancelling on the TicPods ANC is plenty powerful to block out noise on a car trip on the highway or on a train, for example. Given the current circumstances, I of course didn't test them on a plane, but I think even that should work pretty well. It's also very nice when going running next to a noisy road. People with earphones that don't have rubber tips will know that that can get annoying. These save you from having to turn up the volume in those circumstances. What you need to know though is that they are pretty susceptible to wind. When using them in strong wind, you get about the same wind noise you know from camera audio. So when going running when it's windy, I'd probably turn ANC off. They also have a sound pass-through mode that amplifies outside noise, but I find that pretty useless because while hearing incoming cars is of course difficult, talking to someone isn't a problem with activated ANC and may even be easier with it on if there's a lot of background noise. That's because of the way ANC works. It only filters out monotonous sounds, not voices. Lastly, let's also talk about sound quality, because while you can put these in on the plane just to enjoy the quiet, you'll probably also want to use these to listen to things. The sound is very similar to the TicPods 2, that means a full sound signature with emphasized highs. But they do have better bass due to the better isolation. The sound is enjoyable overall and noticeably better than cheaper earbuds, but you won't be buying these for audiophile sound quality. And the microphone quality is also not bad. On calls, other people had no problem understanding me. I'm overall pretty impressed with the TicPods ANC. I think these are a more worthy successor to the first generation TicPods than the TicPods 2. They are comfortable, have good sound, good battery life, and they even come with solid active noise cancelling. Having ANC is pretty remarkable under 100 euros in the first place. It's just a bummer that they removed the smart touch controls and still don't include wireless charging. If you're in the market for noise cancelling earbuds, then these are a good buy. I would say they are in general, because if you can get ANC at this price, then I would take it. It really makes a difference. Thanks to Mobboy for the TicPods ANC. Because they let me keep them, I have to mark this video as product placement. That doesn't change anything about my opinion though. If you enjoyed this video, you know which buttons to press. Don't forget to press that follow button on Twitter, and don't forget your mask when you leave the house. I'm Brian, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.